Groovy, baby.
Groovy.
Yeah. Do you guys want to shag?
Oh, behave.
Do I make you horny? Are you Randy?
Are you Randy?
My mojo.
Oh.
$1 billion.
This is me in a nutshell. How I'm stuck in this nutshell.
Sure.
Help me out of this. What kind of shell is this big and has this big of a nut?
That's no woman. That's a man, baby. I'm out.
Running faucets, kill outfit. It's futuristic, like Carnegie the Magnificent. Rewind your VCR, rewind your cassette. Nintendo pilots, flying up ahead. Captain's log, John Luke Bogard. Polarized sea of life, the weapon covered shine. Out on your street tonight. Don't matter how loud you gotta shout it. Out on your street tonight.
Who does number 2 work for? Yeah, that's right.
Honestly, maybe the best thing Tom Arnold's ever done.
Yeah, honestly.
Maybe. The Stupids, it has its moments.
I've never seen it.
It's a rough movie.
Yeah.
Like for
of
many
all the
reasons.
okay, so you haven't seen very many 90s comedies,
Yeah.
but you have seen The Stupids.
Yes, I have.
Wow.
I don't know why.
No,
It truly does not make sense to me. I actually think it's because it's mostly clean. And so my friend's family checked it out and was allowed to watch and enjoy it. And I was able to partake in one of those excursions to my friend's house. But my parents probably wouldn't have liked it because it was kind of mean to them because it called them the Stupids. And they didn't much care for like any sort of bullying talk, like any put downs of any kind. They were like, none
that
of
was
that.
most comedy in the 90s, to be honest.
Yeah, actually, that's
it was
very fair.
all punching down.
Lots of actual punching and punching down as well. Yep.
And punching down specifically into the nuts.
Hey, were words like crap and suck just completely like just out the window? Like never say these words.
Never say yes, but if they were in a movie, my parents wouldn't be like, "Oh no, that's bad. That we're turning it off."
Right.
But my dad might do the thing where you go,
Yep.
you kind of like intake some air and be like, "Ooh, don't like that," but I'm gonna let it slide.
Yep. That and every time a Victoria's Secret commercial comes on.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know about this.
Oh, I don't know. They're overpriced. That's why he didn't like them.
Yeah.
See,
They just mark it all up.
I feel bad for you guys, but at the same time,
should.
like my parents
fucking shit.
kept insisting on stuff like
You
that.
watch
Like,
Victoria's Secret commercials?
No. They kept insisting that they were sheltering me from things. Like they told me that I couldn't see Gladiator because it was too violent.
Too scary. Yeah.
But then, like,
Too many scares.
But they had no basis in God for it, so like why?
Exactly.
That's
we
what I
had
meant.
justification. Our parents made sense.
But they would just like, we would see the weirdest shit. Do you remember what is it? Play It to the Bone, I think it is, with Woody Harrelson and I think it's Woody Harrelson and Antonio Banderas, where it's like a fight. It's like a boxing movie.
I have not.
Where I can't remember which one of the characters is gay, and so there's a scene when they're in the boxing match where one of them gets sort of knocked for a loop and he pictures a bunch of naked women, and my mom literally physically reached over and put her hand in front of my face. No. And then there's another scene where the other character gets knocked silly and he sees a naked man.
Just one.
Just the one.
Nice.
And I think the
Monogamous
same,
like it.
same thing happened, but it was just like,
Is that she also put her hand
yeah. But it was also the kind of thing where like I saw nudity in movies so much as a kid. Like,
Yeah, why was that?
I just like they tried. They didn't succeed.
Whoops.
I specifically remember being at a sleepover and watching Time Cop and seeing nudity at a friend's
Oh,
house.
seeing nudity.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And then, of course, we all remember the Romeo and Juliet that they showed us
In school, yeah.
English.
And you're not supposed to giggle. Don't you do it.
Don't
If anybody giggles, the movie's going off, and we're gonna, I don't know, read poetry again or something.
And also,
That was a very special day for me.
to tie it into the movie we just watched, I'm pretty sure that the guy who played Mercutio was Basil Exposition.
Oh,
The guy who played Mercutio.
You
in
know
that.
what?
That makes sense.
Romeo
I
and Juliet.
believe that.
Yeah.
He's in some dramatic stuff.
Yeah.
Right? Like, what's that guy's name?
Like,
I don't know.
think it
I'm
was
not going to
him.
look it up.
No,
I
neither
definitely
am
not.
I.
Yeah, I'm just
Why
going to take
would
Christian's
I?
word for all this.
No, absolutely. Yeah. And this
Yeah.
is pure
Cool.
guesswork on my part.
Yeah, no, I think you're right.
Yeah. Welcome to Contextual Deviance. My name is Christian Hagen. Welcome back, everybody. Each episode, we watch a movie and then we talk about it through a series of randomly generated critical contexts provided to us via our contextual computer. We don't know how we're going to talk about the movie that we're talking about today, but we will be guided along the path and we will take you with us on this journey. And of course, when I say us, I mean myself and my beautiful co-hosts and dearest co-friends, Misters David Gutchie
Yeah.
and Matthew Bond.
Hi, baby. Yeah.
Groovy, baby. Yeah.
Do I make you Randy?
Do I?
Nope.
David, you didn't want to do one?
No,
Okay.
no, no,
I did not.
No, actually, I
No, I specifically
would-
did not.
I said my contract states not doing the stuff with the horny jokes anymore.
Not doing the stuff with the horny jokes
Can't do
anymore.
them anymore.
Dude,
I
hands
watched-
are tied.
My hands are tied. That's one.
That's one. See, you're already breaking your own rules here, bud.
Oh, jeez.
Well, in honor of our country's own Dr. Evil taking his first trip into space, Mr. Jeff Bezos, we, for
up there.
episode 69, are watching the 1997 cultural touchstone that is Austin Powers, International Man of
It
Mystery. It is a movie that had a bizarrely gigantic cultural impact. One of the highest grossing films of the year that it came out. And that was the year that Titanic came out.
wow.
So it was in that zone. I mean, not Titanic zone, but it was on that list. That's what I'm saying.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That's wild.
It's so crazy to think
Wow.
of it now because, like, when you think of we think of comedies from that era, they're all so broad and so absurd and often so loud. Like they're just very noisy.
There's a lot about this movie that's loud too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel like this movie, has gotten a weird reputation over time, mostly because of all the references that have been made from it.
True.
But we're going to talk about the movie as it exists, not the memes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I had never seen it.
This
Until-
is my favorite part about doing this episode.
Day.
We got to watch this movie with David Gutchie for the very
TUHDA.
first time.
It was a very special moment.
David, did you enjoy your experience watching Austin Powers?
I think so. It did make me pretty horny, which is why I had to make up that whole contract before we recorded this episode. About like it seriously did really, really turn me on in a lot of pretty intense ways.
Yeah.
But I
List some things specifically.
The
Yeah.
part where he's on the bed and he spanks his butt, and then the other part where he flips over on the bed, and then he's like laying it with his one leg over the other leg,
Sure.
and then the bed's spinning. That part too, also. And then when later he's on a different bed and he's laying there, and he looks pretty good.
It's pretty much just like watching
I think
Mike Myers lying down.
Yeah, I think that was my thing.
Yeah.
I think it was a real awakening for me. It's
As-
not Austin Powers specifically. That's the thing. Is it's just Mike Myers laying down really gets me. As one of Mike Myers' famous characters, Austin Powers, once said, "That is my bag, baby." It very much is my bag.
That is it's so hard to pick my favorite joke from this movie, but honestly
The pump,
The
and then
Swedish
the receipt for the
penis
pump,
enlargement
and then
pumps
the
and
warranty
me.
for the pump, and then the book he wrote
are
about
my
them.
bag, baby.
That's really good.
It's a good
That joke got
escalation.
me incredibly. Yeah, so no, it's a very sexual movie.
Yeah.
And I had a very sexual response to
Well,
it.
as kinks go, that's a pretty safe one.
That's true. If someone's like, "Hey, what's your thing?" and I'm like, "Austin Powers."
Right.
Everyone loves that. That's not weird
Yeah.
to say. It's cool. It's 2021.
Hey.
Hey, everybody loves that.
Excuse me,
Everybody
does
knows
this
what I
make you
mean.
horny, baby? Does it? Does it?
Does it?
Who's just like so insistent. Like he's already pretty insistent, but if
very
he was
insistent.
more insistent,
Oh, if he was more
it would
insistent.
be significantly less.
Yeah, actually,
palatable.
he'd be very
Yeah.
much the villain of this movie.
Yeah,
no question.
borderline's on it already.
Yeah, he does. He does. It's
Yep.
scary.
There are definitely lines. Yes. There are degrees that could have been much worse. But yes. Anyway.
Like my bachelor's degree. Let's do an episode
Whoa,
of
speaking of bad
this.
degrees, let's do an episode of Contextual Deviance. Utilizing my film studies minor. Let's go to context number 1.
Choo-choo.
Unreliable narrator.
Unreliable narrator.
Okay.
As a reminder to the audience, an unreliable narrator is a character who is telling the story of the film after the fact and fudging the details. And you have to figure out who it is that's telling this story and what details they're making up.
Wow.
So there's a really obvious answer, and then there are some more fun ones, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
The obvious one would be Austin Powers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty like incredible in the most unbelievable sense of the word that he has the appeal that he does.
Yeah.
And the success that he does.
Yeah.
Like, he has no skills. It's wild that, but I guess to be fair, his nemesis also really don't have that many skills.
Right.
But still,
The comedy rests in like, how the fuck is this guy successful at anything? How does anyone want to have sex with him?
Right.
How is he such a good spy?
That's an argument
Comp's playing couch.
against it. What you've just done though is made an argument against Austin Powers being an unreliable narrator.
Okay.
Because
pray
if
tell.
he's telling the story, it wouldn't be funny that he's bumbly. It would be earnest. He would actually be like a more conventionally because which is unfortunate. His body is a joke in this movie.
Yeah.
And that like it kind of made me a little sad. And I was like, oh no, you look fine. Like
Yeah.
you know, I mean, his like big chest hair piece is a caricature, and that was like, okay, you're leaning into this like funny thing. That's great. But like, he wouldn't have made himself look like that. I don't think.
Yeah.
That's the thing. The tone of the movie is, look at this buffoon.
Mm.
And he wouldn't make himself.
It's really good. It's really good we didn't watch either of the sequels because the body shame stuff gets so much worse.
Oh, so much worse.
So much worse.
There's so many things in the sequels
no.
that I'm glad to not
Unwatchable.
revisit.
Sequels?
2.
Yeah, there's 2 of them. Two more. Yeah.
I thought this was a standalone movie.
Shit. God damn. I got you again.
Okay. I see your game, David. I see what you did.
Yeah, I nitpick when it's convenient for me.
The American way.
Tax codes.
Okay, but who else could have been the unreliable narrator in this? I have an idea,
Okay.
which is Scott Evil, because he is already terrible at telling stories and seems to have no idea what his dad's deal is.
Great point.
Oh
my
That I
God.
feel like he's
Yeah.
just like making shit up about what happened in this situation,
That's
and
not
that's why
bad.
everything is so broad and exaggerated,
And
it's
just
like-
completely implausible.
and completely
Yeah. Oh, I like that. He's telling it to
Yeah.
group.
Yes,
He's
oh
like,
my
so
God,
here's why
yes.
my dad sucks.
He's telling
And-
Carrie Fisher.
Yeah,
about-
totally.
about
Right.
why
That
his
way we
dad
get more
sucks.
Carrie
And
Fisher.
I was just going to say,
Absolutely.
yes, please. That is
What if the framing device of this movie was just Carrie Fisher,
Oh, man.
like receiving this in a group therapy session?
What if it's Carrie Fisher being like, okay, so these two people came into group, and I swear to God,
This is what they told
was
me.
actually going down. And everyone's like, no way, impossible.
There's
And
no
she's
way.
like, I'll make a movie to show you. And they were like, okay, here's a budget and a bunch of cameras.
And a bunch of-
Here you go, Carrie Fisher. We do whatever you say.
Yeah. Ugh.
As we all should.
Yeah, at this point, yeah. That
I like Scott Evil's good. Scott Evil is,
Yeah, that's a really good one.
it's a good pull. I'm interested in, oh gosh, what's it? Miss Kensington. What's her first name? Vanessa.
Vanessa.
I'm interested in Vanessa as an option for an unreliable narrator. Not to like, I don't think she comes out looking amazing, but maybe to kind of answer the question that people inevitably ask by not actually asking it, but like after they get married, just being like, this guy? Like, just kind of being like,
How did this happen?
This guy? Like this weirdo that like is from the 70s? You're into this? Like, and being like, no, it's cool. Like, he's good, actually. I'll tell you all the cool things he's done and why he's weird and good.
He's got
like,
great mojo.
yeah, like a justification. It's
Yeah.
all her telling one of her friends why it actually is good that she got married to Austin Powers.
But the only detail she actually fudged was that he got his teeth fixed.
Right, they're still
They're still terrible. But she's learned to look past it. But in her head, she imagines them being better when she pictures it.
She sees his true teeth.
It's like Shallow Hal
I
with
was
her teeth.
No. Oh, man. Shallow Hal, but for teeth, is about the least appealing movie pitch you could ever make.
It's right down there, yeah. It's
Yeah.
definitely
In
right
terms of
down
movies
there.
I won't see.
Yeah.
It's that.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, Shallow Hal in almost any context.
Yeah.
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 That's a fair point. Oofda.
Could really only be a better movie, actually, if it was just about teeth.
Yeah.
What if it was a crossover with teeth?
And what if Shallow Hal was Hal from Malcolm in the Middle? What
Whoa.
about that?
Little Bryan
What
Cranston
if?
action.
Lil Bryan Cranston.
Lil Bryan Cranston.
Oh,
Lil Bryan Cranston. Oh, Lil Bryan
He's
Cranston.
so cute.
All right.
Oh, look at
So
the
who else could
Heisenbergs.
be an unreliable narrator in Austin Powers International Man of Mystery?
Who else could be an
Who
unreliable
else?
narrator in Austin Powers?
Well,
and
Mr. Exposition, it's in his name to tell stories.
True. True.
So-
Suspicious.
Yeah.
Suspicious. Yeah.
But I had
Ooh.
nothing beyond that.
Well, I mean, okay. Well, let's connect that with the fact that Austin Powers did 100%, maybe even 150% punch Mr. Exposition's mom in the face.
And got away
And-
with it pretty
Yeah.
easily.
And got away with it. He keeps getting away with it.
Mhm.
And then insulted her a lot.
Yeah.
It just was like, she's ugly. Look, she's horrifying.
Really
Ew, gross.
dug
This
himself
person
into
is
a hole.
terrible. I punched her. He was not apologetic. The problem is this movie's not a takedown of Austin Powers.
No.
That's what it would have to be
It
for
would.
it to be this asshole punched my mom and
Yep.
let
Right.
me tell you about how much he sucks.
Or it's like, he is such a hero, this is why I got over it.
Oh, there we go. It's someone is asking. I like the perspective of this movie exists in response to questions asked of the reliable narrator. Like, why'd you marry this guy? Or why didn't you kill that man when he punched your mom? And it's, okay, listen, he's really good. He does a lot of good, and he saves people, and he's very mysterious.
Right. Or if
Yeah.
Dr. Evil's telling the story, because then it's like, why did he get defeated by a buffoon? Because he still portrays him as a buffoon.
Yeah,
Because he
yeah.
thinks he is. But he also lost, and he has to
did lose.
justify that.
Yeah, he did. So it's kind of that actually makes some sense.
But he also makes himself look like a complete
he
idiot.
does.
Yeah.
He does. I wonder if it's Taika Waititi in Jojo Rabbit situation where he's I don't know exactly what I'm going for here.
Neither do I. I'm really fascinated
idea
to see
that
where
he
this
was
is gonna go.
if I play myself, I can't I don't want to overdo it. I don't want to lean into making myself look cool. So maybe I'll overcompensate and make myself look like a total douche.
So you're saying that the real life equivalent of whoever Dr. Evil is, who's telling this story,
Yeah.
has made himself the Hitler
Uh-huh.
a la Jojo Rabbit
Yes.
of this film.
Yes.
So this is a
see.
puff piece.
I think it's a puff piece. I think what I'm saying is it's a puff piece.
It's its own coming of age dramedy.
So true. Oh, I think the Dr. Evil angle does make a little sense.
The Dr. Evil angle. That would be his show on Fox News.
The Dr. Evil angle. Dr. Evil angle sounds like a warm up.
Yeah,
Dr. Evil Angle. Yeah.
Dr. Evil angle.
Dr.
Dr. Evil angle.
Dr. Evil angle.
Well, that was a good harmony.
It did actually work out pretty well.
All right, we're coming up on the last second. Throw them in. You got any more ideas?
Any more? I was trying to think of number 2. How he could have been
How he
telling this story.
did he die?
I think the
Technically-
implication is that he did.
Yeah.
But as Dr. Evil said, the best way for supervillains to kill people is just kind of assume they die and don't look into it ever, which was very fun joke.
I do appreciate that rule applied to his henchman who he threw down there who was badly burned, but not to his mortal nemesis.
His actual nemesis,
Yeah.
correct? Yeah, pretty inconsistent. Really calling him out on this one. This is a Dr. Evil dunk.
Yeah,
cast is what this is.
yeah. Take
welcome.
that, Dr. Evil.
Takedowns, baby.
Somebody finally took him down a peg.
No, I think he's pretty good as a as an unreliable narrator. I think he works. I think my favorite one is Scott though.
Yeah.
Scott makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Or Carrie Fisher.
Or Carrie. I mean, I just want Carrie Fisher to be the answer to most of these.
Yeah, let's see if we can work her in every time.
Let's see. You know what? Next context.
All right.
Marxist theory.
Marxist theory.
Hey, there's some stuff in here about a little bit.
Comrades.
Not a lot, but comrades.
Yeah.
This movie has the word comrade.
This movie does have a whole thing about
There's
the capitalist pigs.
Mhm.
Yep.
Well, so are we? I think we covered this in off screen.
Yeah.
But are we talking about Marxist lit theory?
Yes. Marxist
okay.
literary theory, which is slightly different.
As opposed to just like Marxist economic theory. That's its own thing. Marxist lit theory it's always about class, right? Like that's kind of the idea.
Yes.
Yeah. Definitely something I know a ton about.
Oh yeah, me too.
So glad it's a context.
Think The Bug's Life.
I mean, A Bug's Life is actually a pretty good example.
It's a
of that,
communist
yeah.
movie. Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
So is
Ants is the
Ants.
anti. Well,
Ants is
then
the
it's, but
anti.
it takes it the other way.
The ant's eye.
The ants.
The ant's eye. That's in the. No, wait, never mind.
Yeah. What were you gonna say?
Okay. So here's what my brain just did. I'm going to take you on a little bit of journey.
Okay.
So my brain said, okay, the ant's eye. That sounds like a thing. And then my brain said, beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Mhm.
And then I said, well, there's a bee and an ant, and there's got to be a way to say that to make it all work. And then what I said was, and I didn't say anything at all. You're welcome.
And
Nailed it.
scene.
This is my behind the scenes little cameo into how I do things.
So from a class
Sneak
perspective,
peek.
this movie does have a lot of wealth on both sides of the equation.
Yeah, it's true.
You know, governmental power being wielded by the agents combating against Dr. Evil, who seem to have a pretty unlimited budget for whatever it is they want to do.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Including a grand costume budget.
Yeah, that beard that he wore when they snuck into those bathrooms.
High
I was
quality.
convinced. I was like, who is that tourist? And
Is
it was
that the
Austin
Love
Powers.
Guru?
Is that Mike Myers from the future when he made the movie The Love Guru? That's actually a great point. Is this movie actually, if the Marxist lens is to be applied to everything, which it should,
Sure.
which it should be, as we all know, the absence of the working class is a statement in this movie. It's maybe a Marxist reading of this movie is it's all pageantry. It's all like people throwing around weird amounts of money and like almost ending the world and not ending the world. And none of it matters to them ever really. They're all just kind of running around having a goofy time, killing each other. And what they need to do with that money is stop trying to pay off terrorists and or do UN pageantry and or blow up all the volcanoes, but actually start fixing some problems.
I mean, there is a fair amount of working class, but they are completely disposable.
100%, that's true.
Yeah,
Are
all
the
of Dr.
fembots
Evil's
working
employees-
class?
Well, I wasn't super.
That's my question.
Are they automation? Are they a commentary on automation?
are
taking
automation.
jobs from other assassins.
Oh yeah, well, and literally taking the lives of the security guards. 'Cause
Yeah,
they're like, we
taking
don't
the
need you
jobs and the
anymore.
lives of security
Yep,
guards.
yep,
That's
yep,
fair.
Right.
Yeah.
That's fair.
But does that automation bring about abundance, or does it bring about more power for the working class? And I think in this case, obviously, it brought about more power.
Right.
It was not a thing weaponized so that everyone could live better.
Right, right.
It was a weapon.
It literally was used against the working class.
Yeah, like explicitly. Yeah, that's
Then there's all the
nasty.
guys in the like facility at the end when they're
yeah.
storming the place, just bodies,
Yeah.
just going all
Just
over
bodies.
the place.
Yeah.
True.
That security guard who gets
Oh my
run
God.
over by the steamroller.
Yeah, actually, maybe that's a good scene to focus on. The steamroller scene in particular as a metaphor. Because I think that really is what it was there for.
Right.
Was to
Because Austin
signal,
Powers comes
like,
in, chops that guy,
chops a guy.
who's
and then-
clearly just working,
And
just
here's
doing his job.
here's the thing. He was working. He was sitting in the means of production, one might say.
Yep.
And he was removed from it. The means of production was taken by someone from the upper class. And driven badly and slowly, but inevitably to the doom of the working class. And it was inescapable. When you give up the means of production, no matter how much warning you have about the trajectory of the economy, it's coming for you, baby.
Or is it a statement on how the working class thinks that they're fixed in an inevitable position of destruction, but if they were to break out of that path and go on their own path,
the absurdity
that is how they could survive.
Is the point.
Yes.
So from the outside, it's like, what are you even doing, man?
Yeah. Hey, just step to the side, push Austin Powers out of that van. He just took it from you by pushing. Push right back.
Or just walk away.
There's
You look
60
like
of
a
you.
boob.
You look like a boob.
You look like a flat boob. A flattened boob.
Yeah, I love that. That scene is a call. That scene is
It's fully allegorical. that scene.
absolutely and I think that it wasn't clear to me upon my first viewing, but it is extremely clarified.
Your only
now.
viewing thus far?
My first viewing. I plan on many more.
Oh, I hope so. I hope to be there for all of them.
You better be.
Okay, that's more than I was expecting.
That's a threat.
Yeah, it was very threatening.
Are there any other group, like besides those workers and the guards that get killed by the fembots? Are there other like members of just regular folks?
See, because I was trying to think of that. Like the only one I can think of, like of a person just
range.
doing their job who's
Yeah.
included, is like the blackjack dealer.
I was just gonna say blackjack
Ooh.
dealer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Soup Nazi himself.
The soup Nazi, yeah.
And maybe the only thing that I can think of in that particular vein is he's like a representative of like a scab kind of a person that like he's trying to help.
Yeah.
Like both times that the players do something that the dealer thinks is a bad idea, he's like, "Oh, are you sure? You sure you want to do that? Like, I want you to win though." Like he's in this like middle management role of like just trying to keep the status quo going and protect the power.
Well, just think about the opening credits.
Think about it.
You've got Austin Powers, who is, of course, the symbol, the international man of mystery,
Yeah.
the man that everyone recognizes and chases around, implying that the working class has to drop everything they're doing and march to the beat of the drum
Yes.
of the wealth of the wealthy celebrities.
The unattainable wealthy celebrity.
Yes.
They can't
Yes.
catch him.
And what happens when he encounters a cop for the first time?
Dances right along with him, baby.
Cop just dances with him.
Yeah.
He's unaccountable. There's no accountability.
Exactly. The cops protect property and Austin Powers.
And Austin Powers
It's
specifically.
very clear. Oh, wow. Nope. Wait. Nope. That was another one of those ants in the beauty of the eye of the beholder situations. It's not going to come together, and I just
Ants
can't
in the
make
beauty and the eye of the beholder. Just real quick before we continue with this,
Yeah.
why were those steamrollers there, do you think? It was
That's
a
actually-
completely
no, that's a
flat
good
cement
question.
facility
Yeah.
indoors.
How do you think it got so flat, Christian?
Well, shit. Now
Yeah, you just
got
answered
me.
your own question.
but
dum-dum.
bam.
You're right. You're
Hey,
right.
why are all these farmers'
but like
tools
that's a-
around these vegetables?
Got him.
Got him! Oh yeah!
This podcast is over.
This is it. 69. It's over. Kill it. Done.
But
No,
there-
that's
like,
actually a
also
really good
there were
question.
like, but it
Those
wasn't even
roads
just
were
that there was
done.
one
Yeah.
steamroller.
It was like a
There was
warehouse.
like
There
a
was
half
multiple.
dozen
Yeah, there was a
steamrollers.
bunch.
It was an
going through there.
army.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why were they there?
Why
You
were
don't
they
like
there?
steamroll steel, do you?
I don't. Maybe they do.
Maybe they do.
But en masse? And where?
En masse.
On the-
And where?
On the big flat production floor.
on the big flat production floor. Okay. I just needed
Okay.
to.
No. I think.
Yeah,
I think that's,
This isn't the
that's
nitpicky
good.
realism corner. I was just curious.
It's not, but it is a good question.
Yeah.
I think the only reason that they staged the steamrollers there was to illustrate the now incredibly clear and obvious point about the working class.
Yeah, did Michael Myers
Like-
win a Pulitzer for this?
He must.
Because he
have.
should have.
He should.
He should
With
have.
all that he was saying, he should have.
should have.
He should.
He should. Do you guys want to move on to another contest?
Yes, please.
That's right.
Gamification. Make up a game based on this movie.
Gamification, make up a game based on this movie. Now,
Okay.
as far as I know, other than I don't know if there was any official. There had to have been an official
There had
launch.
to
when I
have
was
been.
very-
Man.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm
feeling
looking.
like
Keep
if there
talking.
was, it was for the Game Boy. That's my guess.
Ooh, Game Boy.
Oh, we're
Advance.
thinking video games.
Game Boy
Yeah,
Advance.
Game Boy
is my
Advance.
guess.
Game Boy
Yeah,
Advance,
yeah.
yeah. And maybe not for the first one. Maybe for one of the sequels.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
while David's looking that up.
Game Boy Color, baby.
Oh, wow.
It's called. Wait. What do you think the Austin Powers video game is
here we go.
called for the Game Boy Color?
Okay.
It features Mike Myers looking kind of sexy on the cover. Actually, looks really good.
Is he lying down?
He's not lying down, so it doesn't look
damn.
as
All right,
good as he
keep it
could.
in your pants.
Well, put it
terms of-
sideways.
Oh shit, you're right. Oh no, my phone auto rotated.
Damn it.
I can't make him lay down. Fuck. So Game Boy Color, psychedelic background, Austin Powers, and then the title of the game.
Okay.
is what?
And is this for the first movie? Or was it like...
This is the only video game.
Okay,
Okay.
it's just the one. Okay.
Yep.
What year did it come out?
The year 2000.
Okay, so probably for the second movie is what I'm going to guess.
You want to know who published it? Rockstar.
What?
what?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yep. It's Grand Theft Auto 3. No.
Oh my God.
That was a stealth prequel to Austin Powers. No, it would be sequel to Austin Powers.
Okay, here we
so,
go.
here you go. I'll give you each one guess or two if you want.
Yeah. Wait, do you know the names of the sequels? Because it could just be one of the sequel names.
It's not, because
Okay.
I do know the names,
Okay,
and they are
okay,
not called this.
Okay.
Is it A Mojo in Time?
That's good, but no.
Mm.
By Louis Langle.
Is it Austin Powers Pinball?
You know, actually, that's also a very good guess,
It's a
like a
good
different
guess.
lane. A good guess? No, it's not. It's not Austin Powers.
What is
Pinball.
it there, David?
Austin Powers OBA.
Oh god damn it.
That's what it's called.
That
Of course.
That should have been
And okay, and you will cut this from the episode, but if you want to put it in the show notes, you should.
This is all going in.
No. I'm about to show you a picture.
Oh, I see.
And it's not fun for the listeners, but it is fun for the listeners if they look in the show notes and see this picture. This is terrifying. Here is Austin Powers rendered in Game Boy Color format.
Ah!
Yeah.
That was too close to the
No, it wasn't. You were the exact amount.
Oh my God, his
close
head
to the
is
mic.
huge.
It's so nasty.
Oh Jesus.
Like it's really gross.
That's some nightmare
It's
fuel.
it's actually scary. Like I'm getting goosebumps right now. Like I don't like it.
It's very
Wow.
bad.
Wow.
Put that in Fear Street, you cowards.
Yeah, they won't do it.
Yeah, they won't do it.
won't.
They won't.
But so what's
Okay,
a
yeah,
game
but
we
we
can
need to make
up
one.
based-
Yeah, okay, hold on. So there is one.
There
we don't
is
know
one.
anything about it. Probably
We
a
don't know anything about that.
platformer.
Probably
or some
terrible.
shit.
Yeah,
Something
probably
like that.
shit.
They're all
Yeah.
platformers.
Yeah, everything's a
But
platform.
we're gonna make a good one.
We're gonna make a good one though.
Yeah.
We're making a video game? We're going video game
We could go video game. We could go
I think
card
we should
game.
go like card or board because someone already did
Well,
video game.
We could also go sport.
Oh yeah, like
I don't know how that would
a
work. but we
professional
could.
competition
I
game.
was trying to think of some way to work out like a dice game, like like sex dice, except the point is like you have to come up with a position where you like cover somebody's junk with like a
Oh, there you go.
with some other
like
object.
a challenge.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
as someone when it's your turn, you get up and you strip naked and you walk around the room, and everyone else has to
like censor you.
roll like or draw random cards or have like randomly generated words. And if that object is in the room, they have to try to hold it up in a way that's like
Or it's like-
sexually suggestive.
Or it's
but
like
also
pin the tail
censors
on the
you.
donkey, where you've got a naked Austin Powers.
You've got one.
and
Oh.
like pinned up on the wall, and then you like have to roll a dice, and then somehow, like depending on what you get, you have to figure out how to make it fit but still make it suggestive.
But make it sexual.
Yeah.
You have to make it sexual, but it does have to cover the parts that you're not supposed to see on a PG-13 movie.
right.
Because a butt maybe is okay. Right? Wait, can you have a butt?
And nowadays, I think you can have some butt.
Nowadays you can have anything.
Nowadays, it's
Oh, we could call it "Do Die Make You Horny"?
Do die make you horny?
Dude, I make you horny.
Do die?
Dude, I, dude, I make you horny. Dude, I, dude, I.
Well, that's good. That's fun. That's the
great.
theme song. So
Yep.
it's like a card when you open it and it plays a song. When you open the box for this game, it plays that song. It's a 3-minute song.
Yeah.
It's a full cover by Austin Powers,
Yep.
played by Mike Myers,
Yep.
one of his famous characters. And wait. Okay, that's a question for another time.
Okay. Let's see. What are some other ways we could make a game?
Yeah, Dude I Make You Horny's good.
Dude, I Make You Horny's good. I mean, they play blackjack in the movie.
They do. We could just invent
Yeah.
blackjack.
But we
Maybe
could
we
just invent.
We could mix
quick, let's
a card
invent
game
one.
with Twister in some way.
Okay. Okay, so instead of a spinner, you have a hand of blackjack,
Uh-huh.
and if you bust 69, then you have to put your someone else gets to tell you to put your hand. You're the one who has to put. You have to put the thing.
You have to put
You have to put. I haven't played Twister. I don't know the terms.
terminology.
The terminology.
The complex terminology of
You have
Twister.
to put.
You have to put.
You have to be the one that puts. Like in Breaking Bad, I am the one who puts. He was talking about a game of
Lil Bryan
Twister.
Cranston.
Lil Bryan
He was
Cranston.
so small in that show, so little. So if you bust, then that's good. But if you don't, then I guess you don't have to. That's not very dynamic.
No,
It's not like the
we
most
can-
fun way of making blackjack
No,
exciting.
But
No, but
how about this? It's a game of
this?
blackjack, but in order to hit or do any of those things, then you have to spin the thing and like so if you want to keep playing and like get a good score, get a good hand, you also have to play Twister at the same time.
Yeah.
yeah.
And if you stay,
right, that's
then
good.
that's
I like
fine,
that.
but you might still lose.
But you're just standing on the side and you're risking that everybody else falls over in Twister.
exactly
Because that also counts as busting.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yes.
Nice.
So it's the players who are playing blackjack are also playing Twister, and if they want to hit, they have to spin, and if they want to stay,
Then they just
to hold
then they just do.
then they hold position,
They hold position.
and then whoever wins gets to stand up again and start from zero.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love that.
I like it.
Yep.
So let's see.
Okay, that's fun. But what's that called?
Oh, fuck.
I mean, like
I don't know if
my
we can
brain
call it
says
that.
"bust me, baby" or something like that.
Your brain says "bust me, baby."
My brain says "bust me, baby."
Oh, okay.
I don't think that has anything to do with this podcast.
No,
or
no,
that
it's
game.
completely
It's just
unrelated.
what's
It's just something
going
that's
on
happening
right
in your
now.
brain, yeah.
just telling you what's up with me. What's up with you?
Mojo something.
I keep thinking mojo. Mojo is like the
Right?
most fun word
Yeah.
from this
It's the most
experience
fun
for me.
word. Who knows? You know,
Shag Jack?
it's impossible.
Yeah,
sure.
Shag Jack. Yeah, that's the
Shag Jack.
yes.
Sure.
Sure. You know
Yeah.
what? It's good enough.
You know what?
my
It's
motto.
good enough to move on. What's another game idea? Okay, so let's do like the traditional game style where it's sort of like you're gamifying the movie itself. You know, you could do like do it in like a role playing style. We could do it as a video game or as a tabletop game, or like a board game where you have to go around to the different places and like, oh no, there's the fembots, and you get it's like Monopoly. You go. To
I was thinking like Candyland almost.
Yeah.
It's like on rails and there's just a bunch of wacky shit.
yeah.
And because it's a very colorful movie.
It
Like,
is.
You could just call it Randyland.
Hey, got
That's-
another one.
And there you go.
Fucking perfect, actually.
And there you go.
I don't know
Randyland.
how we can.
It's just Austin Powers, but it's Candyland.
but it's Candyland.
That's it.
Yeah,
It's the whole thing.
It's a Austin Powers themed Candyland. Yeah.
Yep.
Man, have
that
there
works.
been what's that called when you use a specific IP for?
Like a licensed.
Yeah, has there been like
Yeah.
a licensed Candyland
It's
before?
kind of weird. I don't think so. But there's
yeah.
been a kabillion monopolies.
100%.
Oh,
So what-
there has
what's
to have been Austin
Candyland
Powers
doing?
Monopoly.
What's Candyland doing?
What is Candyland doing?
Hey,
They're
what's
just sitting
Candyland
on this
doing? They're just
juicy
sitting on-
gold mine.
That honestly nobody really likes anymore. Candyland. Spice it the fuck up.
Spice it up.
And I have the perfect way.
Yeah, Randyland.
Randyland. The relevant property Candyland teams up with the relevant property Austin Powers and creates the ultimate relevant brand.
Hey, if we put this in production, it takes us 6 years. We're going to be on the 30th anniversary, and then it is relevant.
That's actually a
because-
great point.
And then they
Yeah.
will probably make another movie.
Then they probably will, honestly.
They will. Yeah,
it'll be
we
30
made another
years.
Bill and Ted. We're gonna make another Austin Powers.
Yeah.
There's no way
Yeah.
it doesn't get created.
And both will involve time travel.
Whoopsies.
Whoopsies.
Ha, oops. It's going to be called Austin Powers. Oops, I did it again. And Britney Spears will be able to be in it because she'll finally be free.
She'll be free Britney.
Spoilers, she is in the third movie.
Oh,
That's-
shit, really?
That's true.
As her-
Yeah,
No way.
That's right.
For real?
I forgot about that.
Oh, my God, that's awesome. Well, she'll be in it again.
Yeah.
Aha, that's fun.
Spoilers for the opening credits of Austin Powers in Goldmember.
Oh, yeah, Gold Member.
Yeah,
is the
spoilers,
name
guys.
of
So
it.
sorry.
So sorry.
Oh my God,
Spoilers. Oh my
fuck,
God.
fuck,
I'm so
fuck.
sorry. There's so many celebrity cameos in that fucking movie. All right. Well, I think we've come up with 3 great game ideas.
I'd play one of them.
I would at least play one of them, maybe even 2 times.
You know,
Yeah.
I wouldn't. I'm just kidding.
I'd play the Game Boy Color game. Let's be honest. I'd play the one that already was
I am
made.
looking for
was
that
on-
ROM when I get home.
I was on board literally until you showed me the picture of what he looks like in that game.
Gotta put it in the notes. Everyone needs to know
so
about
disgusting.
this shit.
Yeah.
It's not right.
It's so bad.
It's not right.
It's not morally right.
No, it's
Let's do another context.
Prequel or sequel?
Prequel or sequel. Let's come up with either a prequel or a sequel to Austin Powers International Man of Mystery, ignoring the other ones because David hasn't seen
don't
them,
exist.
which does make our job a little
Out
bit
of
easier because we can
sight,
come
out
up with
of
something
mind.
completely new.
And
Or we
so
can say what
fresh.
happens in the other ones, and David
And I'll
won't
be like,
sure
dang,
if we're
that's so
telling the
funny.
truth.
Oh my God, that's so funny. You should be writers.
No, if we told you what happened in the other
movies.
ones, he would not be saying that.
Oh,
no.
that's too bad. That's a
Like,
bummer.
there's this whole part where he drinks shit.
Oh, that's hilarious. That's such a good
There's one guy
joke.
where the whole thing that makes him funny is he's fat.
And Scottish.
I
And
love that.
Scottish.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
2 kinds of thing I like.
Yeah.
You know what? We should have made this bit. You just being like, okay, so what if there's one where he does this and it's all just from the other movies? And I'm just like, man, that sucks. That's really bad.
That's a terrible joke.
seriously,
What's wrong with
like,
you?
come on, stop
Yeah.
saying all these bad things that
What,
no
like-
one would ever make.
What, like Dr. Evil and his clone that is a little person version of himself?
Oh yeah, I do know about Mini.
And then they go to prison and they do a whole rap verse.
Yeah.
oh
They did a whole rap
yeah.
music
Why
video.
would no stop with these ideas? They're not.
Yeah, this is an original
sorry,
idea
yeah.
that's not very good. Sorry.
Yeah. Or like, oh, how about this? He takes a rocket into space that looks like a dick.
Yeah.
That would never happen.
That would never happen in real life or that
no
movie.
billionaire would
No
ever do that.
bald billionaire would ever do such a thing.
It's a little uncanny. I don't like it.
But okay.
Okay.
Let's come.
Okay.
Let's come up with an actual sequel or prequel.
Okay. So the obvious choice
The obvious choice.
to me,
Yeah.
having not seen
Right.
any prequels or sequels that don't know if they exist, who's to say?
Used to say.
It does. I mean, prequels are ripe because it's implied that he's done a lot of things before this.
That's true.
Sequel seems like it's trite and it's like a trope.
Yes.
And also flag me if I'm calling the second movie because I might. But like the old we're married and we have to spice up our life by becoming spies again kind of thing.
God, I wish that's what it actually was.
I really wish that's what it was.
Okay,
that
'cause
would be such a much
fun,
better
maybe.
setup.
Like,
Yeah.
I
it's a
like
bummer when
movies like that where you're like, no, we're out of the game, and then it's like, oh, but we're back in the game, and now our marriage is spicy.
Honestly,
again.
what they do with Elizabeth Hurley's character is by far my least favorite part of the second movie.
Yep.
Oh, that's too bad.
It's really bad.
Yeah.
Wow. Huh. Cool. Sequels just sound better and better.
we could hypothesize what the 30th anniversary movie would be.
Ooh. Actually,
okay.
that's fun. Yeah.
I have an idea.
What would
Okay.
it be? 30
So-
years.
Scott Evil
Yeah.
is taking over for Dr. Evil. He's finally joined the family business. And he has to face off against the son of Austin Powers and Vanessa, who then teams up with the many, many illegitimate children running around Britain who he's blood related to, because something in the it turns out there's like a blood feud sort of thing, or there's like some kind of genetic thing that Austin Powers has with his mojo.
Yeah.
That will make them able to overcome whatever the villainous plot is that Scott Evil has. So he has to gather together all of Austin Powers' many illegitimate kids.
It's a we're putting the team together
It's
kind
a
of
weird
movie.
putting the team together movie. Okay. And they're all like weird British people who have like a lot of the same mannerisms as Austin Powers.
Has he been frozen again? Or like, because at the end of this movie,
this
he
one-
wasn't, but Dr. Evil was.
Right.
So,
Right.
like, is Austin Powers then canonically going to age?
He would have
think he would have to.
Yeah, okay, cool. So he'll be like, what?
He'd be an old man.
Yeah, he'll be an old guy.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
Yeah.
It's cool to be old.
It's cool to be old.
Or maybe he and Dr. Evil died a la Sherlock Holmes and Moriarty.
Ooh, and Morty.
They went up Moriarty.
my
Rick and
favorite sequel to
Morty.
Rick and Morty is Sherlock Holmes and Morty. It's
where they
twist
just go
the
over the
show.
Reichenbach Falls together.
Yeah, that would
Yeah.
be nice. Holding hands and kissing.
Yeah, just like they did it in Sherlock.
Just like they did it in Sherlock.
I mean, we all wrote this.
I wish. Yeah, no kidding. Laying down. The So the sequel doesn't even have Austin Powers in it.
Well, I mean,
It's
he's
his
like he
kids.
shows up as an old man.
He does, and
He's
then
like
eventually
a cameo. It's like an old man cameo. Austin
old
Powers.
man cameo, like a Stan
Old
Lee,
man
or not that
Austin.
brief.
Um,
Who's gathering up the kid? It's Austin Powers' kid.
it's Austin Powers and Vanessa have a son,
Okay.
and or daughter. I shouldn't have gone straight
actually,
to son.
if we go
I
to
just
Bill
meant-
and Ted,
well, because I was thinking because of the like significant amount of sexism and specifically male focused. I just keep wanting to say mojo of this film.
yeah.
Having a sequel that's not about that would be really odd.
Can I
But
say who
would
I
be
want? Who I would want to play the daughter?
who would that be?
Daisy
Yeah.
Ridley.
Oh my!
Oh shit. Yeah, she'd actually be really good.
She would be
at it.
great.
Oh
I
my
would
God.
fucking love that.
Oh my god.
Oh, that would be
Yeah.
so fucking funny.
I really like the idea that the Austin Powers 30th anniversary movie is like the new God of War game.
Boy.
And it is to say incredibly violent, long and open world.
and very sad.
is what I want it to be. Also very sad.
All one take.
Yep. Yeah, that's the key. The key is Austin Powers 30 is one take. So artistic. The thing that I want it to be is it is still an Austin Powers movie in that it's like psychedelic, it's funny, there's a lot of sex, but it is actually redemptive in the way that it reclaims its sexuality. It says, no. It's not about whether sex is good or bad, or whether monogamy or like, because the first movie is like slut shaming. It's like, oh no,
is.
you can't sleep with someone else even though you've never talked to somebody about being in a relationship.
Right.
That's offensive for some reason. It's like, why? That's not actually. You had no contract. It's fine.
That's fair.
He did a thing he wanted to do. Like,
Yeah. Consent is the important thing.
Yeah.
Consent is more important than monogamy.
Plus,
yeah.
it was for reconnaissance.
It was for reconnaissance. Haven't they ever seen The Americans?
It was for an exchange of power.
Yeah, it was for an exchange.
It was under false pretenses.
And so like, instead of saying this movie's not going to be about sex or it's not going to be sexy, the 30th anniversary was like, no, this movie
it would definitely have to
it
be
has
sexy.
to be sexy.
I would never say an Austin
but
Powers
it can't
movie can't be
yeah,
sexy.
exactly. It has to be sexy, and they are sexy. I saw this one, and it was. Wow, he laid down.
He laid down so many
He
times.
laid
for
down
you.
a lot of times.
Mike Myers laid down for you,
Oh
David.
my God, he laid down. He did. Where was I going with that?
Fuck if I know.
Yeah, the God of War route.
Oh, right. Very sexy.
Because God of War says, yeah, we get it. These games are violent. And we're going to talk about that. This game will still be violent, but it will be about how it is violent. And so the new one can be about how it is sexual. It can be Daisy Ridley going around and talking to all these people and being like, hey, listen, I know that you're the kid of my dad that just kind of went around sowing the oats, so to speak. And that was kind of irresponsible. And
You know what I love about this?
Tell me.
Because I also really want it to be like the Rise of Skywalker, where Austin Powers becomes like a title rather than a name.
Yeah.
And they start their own new spy agency just of the descendants of Austin Powers. Well, and they ask her what her name is at the end.
Well, here's the thing
Ray Powers.
Here's the thing that I love about this is it would be Daisy Ridley and a bunch of people way older than her.
So much older.
very,
much older
very
than her.
much older than her. Yes, please.
Yep.
That's really good. Actually, I think that'd be fun.
Yeah, I love
Because
that.
then you can still lean into the spy element of it too, because you can still have them be fighting some kind of new threat, like you were saying with Scott.
Scott Evil.
You still have to incorporate that, and so if they all need to team up and become the army of what would you call them exactly? Like maybe the powers that be.
David, you
Something
just
like
got
that.
it. Like, it's the powers that be.
something
Yeah, it's the
like
powers that be.
Because he's the powers that was, and they're the powers that be.
David.
Yes.
David.
David, kiss me on the mouth, you genius.
Stop talking. You've hit gold. Wait, that's not the expression. What matters is
Stop talking. You've hit gold. You're crunching down on that gold.
I want this movie to exist so bad
Yeah.
now.
It could be
right?
called the powers that be. That's pretty good, actually.
I mean, it would be Austin. Well, would it be called Austin Powers? It would have to be for the brand.
Yeah,
recognition,
Yeah.
right?
Because the second and third one are also Austin Powers : right?
But he's not the primary character of this film that we're
You're
making.
right.
The Rise of Shagwalker.
Ooh, okay.
Jesus
Uh-huh.
Christ, Matthew! I want that's so good. It's so good. I want this movie to exist.
Oh man.
It could. It might.
It could.
It might.
It won't.
It might. We don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know.
No.
Daisy Ridley.
Yeah.
Who's
Okay, so let's think about age. Let's just think about the age real quick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I want to.
Because
I want to.
They'd be in their 60s.
they would be in their 60s at this point. You're right.
Yeah.
Okay. Shit. Wow. Okay.
Shit.
There's some fun actors in their 60s.
Oh, absolutely. But it's just like thinking about the idea of Daisy Ridley and then just like a bunch of people in their 60s and they're all like on the same team is kind of strange.
That's amazing.
Yeah. But it sounds fun.
It sort of rules.
It rules.
And it would leave it open for Mike Myers to do his whole makeup cameo playing multiple
Oh my
characters
God,
type things
you're
if
right.
you wanted to.
Holy
Oh
shit!
my God, you're
he
right.
could be so many of them.
Yep.
Oh no!
And they would do many flashbacks to the conception of these kids.
Also a big opportunity. You could get back out the old suit and everything.
Yep.
Oh man, yeah, that's good. That's good. That's good.
Yep.
Ooh, okay. So here's a last little thing I'll throw in the jar, but we can say no if you want. So there's a time travel technology, or at least cryo freezing technology.
Yes.
I don't know if the second or third movies that do not exist introduce time travel at all.
They do.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's like plenty of technology that is faux real.
Yes.
So we
it's
could
faux real.
it's
faux real.
So I think we can introduce the idea that maybe Daisy Ridley has the technology and or ability to go into the memories of Austin Powers because they took his brain and like when he died and she can go in there and find
It's like the
where they were
Assassin's Creed
conceived
thing
and go
where in
find
the blood
them.
they can
Yes.
just be like, because it's their past relatives, they can revisit the past
They can
lives
revisit-
of their
exactly.
ancestors.
They can revisit them and find out where they were conceived and go get them, and that's how she finds out where they all
That's
are
incredible.
and goes and finds the people that burned.
Well,
them,
and
et
I was
cetera, et
thinking of a way we could make this, we could have a broader range of age diversity than just like people in their 60s and Daisy Ridley and then like nothing in between.
it. Nope.
Is that Austin Powers gained the power of time travel and decided he wanted to go throughout history and shag the most famous women, like the most famous attractive women from the years when he was frozen. Like just see how many of them
because
he
he
could
like
have sex with.
missed out.
Yeah.
Is his
Because he was like,
thought.
I was famous. I would have had sex with them if I'd been
Oh
there.
my God.
Yeah.
So now
I
I
go
get to take the
correct history.
Yeah,
because
he's a horn dog.
God,
And like he's smart. He'll go to when they're like single or when they're like he won't be a creep about
no,
it.
There's precedent to say like he respected the boundaries of married people.
Yeah.
He didn't just run around having affairs.
But you got to imagine that looking through like all of the history that he missed, he'd be like, I would have shagged her. I would have shagged her. I would have shagged him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Free love and all that.
Free love.
So he
Yeah,
decides to go
okay.
throughout history, and so
so there's a bunch of it. There's one from every
kids
year.
Are the kids aren't all just from the 60s.
Yeah.
They're like from
I like
a
that.
Yeah.
a larger range of time.
I like that too because then you can have a kind of Anchorman finale set up with like all the decades of armies. Where like, here's the 60s kids, and here like the boomers are here. Oh shit!
Oh,
but here's the
no.
Gen Xers.
Okay, but I can
Like,
see where this becomes really shitty, really fast.
True.
I'm already seeing all the ways this would turn into a really dumb idea.
Yeah, you're right.
But I'd still watch it.
And it would still be picked up by movie executives. You're welcome.
Yes, movie executives.
Yeah, let's get on the computer, type Bing. Let's get this done.
Type Bing.
My favorite search engine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sponsored.
Sponsored. They gave us money. We
Yeah,
have to say
only.
it. It's an ad. We have to say.
Bing, give us
Hashtag
money.
ad.
Microsoft, we know you have money. You didn't get that one contract from the government because Amazon complained about it. So you got extra time. Just give us money for this.
What are you up to?
Yeah, fucking Microsoft. What are you up to?
What are you really doing?
What are you really up to?
Microsoft, what are you doing?
Can I ask?
What are you doing?
Can I ask a canonical contextual deviance question?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Who is the actor that we always said, "Hey, what is she doing"?
That
Was
would,
it Jodie Foster?
No. It
No.
was
No.
We just watched her in
It
Gunpowder
was
Milkshake.
It was similar
Oh,
to
it's
Jodie.
Michelle Yeoh. No, Michelle Yeoh
Michelle
was in the
Yeoh
other room.
was in the
of
room
every episode.
with
Oh, that's right.
Julianne Moore.
Julianne Moore. What is she doing?
Julianne Moore
Julianne
is very
Moore, what are you
Jodie
doing?
Foster
What are you
adjacent.
I really want to know what Julianne
What
Moore
she's
is doing. What she's up to.
doing.
I don't
Thank
remember
you
if I've
for
seen her
answering.
since the second Kingsman movie. I must have seen her since then.
Yeah, what is she up to?
But yes, Michelle Yeoh, who is in the other room. Michelle, great job in Gunpowder Milkshake, Michelle.
Super job.
She just gave a thumbs up, so always
she
happy.
thinks so too.
Always happy for her. Well, guys, thank you so much. We did an episode of Contextual Deviance. We did it.
Aw.
We did it about Austin Powers.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah,
baby.
Yeah, baby.
Yes, baby.
Yes, baby.
Yes.
We talked about it through a series of different contexts. We talked about Marx's theory.
We did. We gamified it.
We did
that
make
was
a
gonna be
game.
the one I did.
Oh, you took mine, shit.
I straight cannot remember the first one we did. Oh, wait, I just remembered it. Unreliable narrator. Do
Nice.
you remember the last one we did?
Absolutely not.
Okay, cool.
No way.
Yeah.
Actually, no.
We
No.
wrote a whole sequel.
We wrote a sequel.
Yep, that's
Came
what
up with
we
a whole
did.
sequel.
Yeah.
A whole sequel that probably will get made.
We probably will get made after this. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a pretty
We
good
better
idea.
get fucking credit on
We'll make
that.
some
I will
flip
I will sue.
I actually do feel like we've written some sequels on this show that have been like, haha, what a funny joke. That one could be fun.
That
Yeah.
one could be
like
very
that
fun.
legitimately could
I
be
would
fun.
watch the hell
I
out of
actually
that.
think that
And
would be a
honestly,
good one.
like up until that moment, I was not interested in seeing another Austin Powers movie.
No, to be fair, neither was I.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Well, thank you all so much for listening. Just a couple more things before we go. And the first of those things is, David, did you have anything you'd like to plug?
Sure, man.
Oh, yeah.
I am on another show. It's called Hypotheticast. It's where jokes and questions occur. That's all I'm going to tell you, baby. You probably know what it is if you've listened to this show before. I don't know. It's Would You Rathers and Hypotheticals. It's fun. You should like it. Go listen to it. Hypotheticast. And also, I'd like to plug Christian's apartment because it's pretty nice.
Thank you.
And it has at least one room.
That's
and
true.
For that, it is impressive.
You were
And
very excited that
I
there was
just
more than
love-
one room.
honestly, I'm telling you, whenever my friends live in apartments and they're more than one room, I'm like, nice. That's good. Like, you're making it. I don't know. I think when I picture what I can afford, it's almost never something that has separate rooms. So it's very exciting.
Yeah, I was very lucky to get this place. Honestly, it's like it was like finding something in my price range.
Yeah.
Was very.
It's great. No, I love it. Hey, everybody come check it out.
Yeah, everybody come to my home.
Come on over. Let's dox him really quick.
Yeah, dox,
Yeah.
yeah, dox me real quick.
I actually
Dox me
don't
outside.
know
How
the
about
address.
that? Dox. All right, Matthew, do you have anything you would like to plug?
Nothing I'm up to, but I would like to recommend that everybody check out a delightful little cartoon on Disney Plus called The Owl House.
Yeah.
It is about a young woman who travels to a magical world and hangs out with a witch and a little demon puppy cat thing. And they have adventures together, and it is such a happy, good time, and it'll make you feel good and feel like a hug, and you'll love it.
It's delightful, and it's another edition in the series that we have brought up time and time again of young adult animated action adventure fantasy shows in the vein of your She-Ra, Princesses of Power, Kipo,
Yep.
Steven Universe, Adventure Time.
It's a
Infinity
deep
Train.
well, like
Infinity Train.
there's a big net that catches all those, and it's one of my favorite.
It's
the
so good.
best.
It's so
We're
good.
in a
It's-
golden age right now.
We are in a golden age for that specific kind of thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
Wonderful.
But
Wonderful stuff.
Christian, would you like to plug anything?
Well, so I'm working on my best of 2021 playlist. I'm up to 50 songs now.
Yeah.
I have started making cover art for some of my playlists, just to have something to do.
I like that.
So check that out. You can find me on Spotify. Just look up my name. And I would also like to plug a and I would also like to plug a pop culture thing. In my case, though, it would be, okay, I'm just gonna do it.
Yeah, you're just gonna do it.
There's this really good 6-episode documentary about the history of the Seattle Mariners on YouTube. Now, I need to explain. I don't care about baseball.
Yeah, who
I
does?
definitely don't care about the Seattle Mariners.
Oh, shit.
But Secret Base, formerly SB Nation, John Boys and Alex Robinson, I can't remember his last name, but they did this whole history of the Seattle Mariners that is absolutely buck wild, super watchable. It's all on YouTube for free. I recommend it to anyone.
Oh my God.
It's just a good time because it's like their team is insane. Then the things that have happened to that franchise, and they're not a winning team. They've
So
never
not
been
insane
a
in, like, a
particularly
good way.
well, but also yes, they've also had some of the best players of all time playing at the height of their powers. Like
Ken
at one
Griffey
point,
Jr.
At one point, they had Ken Griffey Jr., Randy Johnson, and Alex Rodriguez.
Oh, yeah. I know those three people because Ken Griffey Jr. had a video game, and Randy Johnson hit a bird with a baseball once, and Alex Rodriguez just bought the Timberwolves.
He did just buy the Timberwolves.
That's the reason I know those three people.
Yeah. And like just the insane number of things that they went through in order to exist in the first place is just, it's very wild. So that's my recommendation.
That's awesome.
History of the Seattle Mariners on YouTube.
Bet you didn't see that curveball coming.
Hey.
That's from football.
No. Okay.
My headphones are slipping off due to sweat, so we should wrap this
Yeah, we
up.
should definitely wrap it up. Thank you all so much for listening. That leaves us with one question that I have to ask every time. It's my grim task that is set down to me by the ancients.
Dark passenger.
My dark passage. David, did you have any final thoughts you'd like to leave us with?
Why does the petite meat guide the fear?
Thank you for listening to Contextual Deviance. You can find more information about us online at our website, contextualdeviance.wordpress.com. You can tweet at us at textdeviance. You can email us at contextualdeviance@gmail.com. Thanks to Minneapolis' own The Bad Man for the use of their song Gun Tonic off the album Ain't Clean. This has been Contextual Deviance. My name is Christian Hagen, and have a nice day. Have a nice day!
Because of how horny I was.
You had to think of Margaret Thatcher on a cold day.
Margaret Thatcher on a cold day.
Margaret Thatcher naked on a cold day.
The way he yells it.
Genuinely, though, I have thought about that exact line so many times in my life, and honestly, that was the first time I'd ever heard of Margaret Thatcher. So when I found out who Margaret Thatcher was,
That's pretty
it
funny,
was
actually.
very fun.
Yeah, that is good.
And then Meryl Streep came along and ruined it. It doesn't even work for me anymore.
Because then I just think of The Post and,
Yeah.
you know.